Now, the National Association of Water Companies is celebrating 130 years of providing safe, reliable, and affordable water to millions of Americans. With growing challenges like aging infrastructure and climate change, the role of private water companies has never been more critical. Joining me now to talk about the future of water utilities is Marty Kropelnicki. He is the board chair of NYSE and CEO of California Water Service Group. Marty, it's great to have you in studio.
Thank you for having us. It's
now,
an honor to be here.
fresh off of the Bell podium.
Yeah, that was great.
Amazing. Let's talk about how your company has evolved in the past 130 years.
Sure. So NAWC is an association. So we represent the private water industry, private regulated water. So our member companies serve approximately 40 million Americans every single day, water, wastewater services.
And what are the biggest challenges that you're seeing in the overall landscape today, especially when it comes to maintaining and upgrading the quality of these water infrastructures?
Yeah, well, a couple things on that. One, there's no room for error. As a utility, water is the only utility where the product is ingested. Whether it's your coffee, what you drink in the morning, what you use to make Kool-Aid for your kids, water is ingested. So there's no room for error from a chemistry perspective. Now factor in, evolving water quality changes like PFOA and PFOS, forever chemicals that are in the water, how to treat that, how to get that out of the water system. And then, as you said in your opening remarks, climate change is a big deal. And California Water Service Group, which is the company I'm chairman of, out west, we've been living climate change issues for a long time with wildfires, wildfire readiness, dealing with sustainability issues as the weather patterns change. So there's a whole plethora of things that NAWC members deal with every single day that they're in operation.
And how does being a publicly traded company help water utilities invest in long-term sustainability?
Yeah, I think most of our investors understand it's a long-term play, and so the water industry, believe it or not, it's the most capital-intensive of the utilities. It's about $3.50 of invested capital for every $1 of revenue. So essentially, we invest a lot and we raise a lot of capital from our stockholders, and then we invest that and then we get a long-term return on it. So the markets are really important in terms of helping us finance the business.
Of course, and you're here at the epicenter of global financial markets, but with climate change also impacting water resources, talk to me about how the industry is adapting to this ever-changing landscape.
Sure. I think you've seen some of it just recently with the wildfires down in Southern California, right? Over the last 10 years, we've had to really up our game in terms of emergency preparedness, emergency response, dealing with power outages, so having backup generation put in place, because if you don't have power, you can't pump water. And the last thing you want to be as a water company is in a position where the power goes out, there's a fire, and you can't pump water. So making sure you have resiliency built into the system to make sure you can respond to any disaster.
We have about 30 seconds left here. Key priorities for 2025?
2025, PFOA and PFOS, right? Water quality at top of the list. There's a new water quality standard that the EPA put out there. We're all racing to adapt that, and of course, dealing with climate change.
Well, thank you so much, Marty Kropelnicki. He is the board chair for the Association of Water Companies and president and CEO of California Water Service Group. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Trinity. Honored to be here.